Guess I need to add some sound to the beginning of the show. What's going on, my Power Director peeps? It's your boy, El Profesor, here for another Q&A live stream. So, a lot of big things been going on with PowerDirector recently as far as the mobile app. Some big things going on there. I kind of wanted to start off talking a little bit about that. I know most of my PC users are in the building, but I want to go ahead and talk a little bit about the mobile app after I go ahead and say hello to all of my early risers. So first and foremost, we got Julian Thomas in the building. So what's going on, Julian? So Julian says, sure would be great if you would do a tutorial on how to make your tutorials. You make it look so easy, but I'm sure it's not. No, it's not easy. It's pretty damn hard. And why would I give away my secret sauce, Julian? My secret sauce. Never. All right, Julian, what's going on? All right, Neil Forbes is in the building. He says, well, here we are again. Another Thursday Australian time and another live stream with Malik and the PowerDirector peeps. What's going on, Neil? Thanks for joining me once again, staying up so early in the morning for me. I love the fact that you always chilling out with us. Thank you, sir, for coming through. Of course, we got my boy, Peter J. Milner, my moderator, my head moderator in charge in the building. Says, good evening, Malik. How are you doing? It's fine and stormy, at least here in the UK. It is weak. Man, I'm doing pretty good. It's not stormy here. The weather has been beautiful in Texas. It's been like 70s, 80s, low 80s. It's been mild and beautiful, just how I like it. It's crazy. That's how we get down in the winter in Texas, but it is what it is. I'm fortunate to be here. Thanks, Peter. All right. Let's see. Got Cowboy Steve-O made an appearance. Cowboy Steve-O says, hey, howdy. Hey, Malik and peeps. What's going on, Cowboy Steve-O? All right, Cowboy Steve-O said, ooh, I like subscriber only mode. Didn't realize there was such a thing. Yeah, so anybody can watch the live stream. It's public. So anybody can watch it, but I have it set to where only subscribers can comment. And then even if you do subscribe, you got to be a subscriber for a certain amount of time before you can comment. So you just can't subscribe, comment, and then run away. So I guess you can still run away after you make your comment, but you know, it is what it is. I love using that mode. It works for me. All right, let's see. Everybody else on here saying what's up to everybody in the building. We got Phil Haddon, my boy Phil. Hey, Malik, what's going on, Phil? Thank you for stopping through, my friend. This is the handyman, carpenter, woodman extraordinaire. If y'all haven't seen his videos, check them out. They're really cool on his channel. He's going through like remodeling a house and doing all the fancy stuff that I can never do. My man's got skills. Let's see here. Looks like TJM says hello. What's going on, TJ? Thank you for stopping through. And then we got, let me see if I can get this out to you. Money Media or Monet Media. I think it's Money. What up, Malik from Milwaukee? Hey, I have a subscription for $360. Can I put it on my tablet? I'll get to that in a second. Money Media. And then we got Paul Feiger has stopped through. What's going on, Paul? He says, hello from North Kakalaki. What's going on, Paul? Thanks for dropping by. And then we got another Texan in the building. Christian Moonrise says, hi from Texas. What's going on? Texas up in her. You know, Kristen. All right. Those are all of my early hellos and all that and whatnot. So let me talk about the tablet thing. So Money Media, great thing he just brought up. Like, you know, you got 360. Can you put it on your tablet? Now, a while back, we did show that using PowerDirector is actually under the file menu an option here to get free mobile apps. So if you click on that, you can go ahead and get these mobile apps for free. But you're going to get the free version of the apps, which is pretty much a downgraded version of the mobile app that after a certain amount of time it has a watermark, things like that. So it's not as good as the subscription version. So Money Media asked about, he said he has a subscription for 360. Let me just bring that back up on the screen again. Money Media said, "What up, Malik?" From Milwaukee. "Hey, I have a subscription for 360. Can I put it on my tablet?" You can put these free versions on your tablet without paying anything. But if you want the full version, you have to buy it, which will be another subscription fee, because there is a separate subscription fee for the mobile app. So companies trying to make as much money as they can. So I'm just going to put it out there. It is what it is. And if they can go ahead and get a few extra dollars from you for getting the full version of the mobile app, they're going to go out there and they're going to try to get it. So unfortunately, if you want the full version, you got to pay a separate subscription. Now, not only that, but they have a version for Android and they have a version for iOS. So they, of course, as most people know, these apps are sold on each store separately. If you buy something on the Google store, you can't get the same thing on your iOS device, right? So the same thing goes for that. If you buy it on your Google or Android device, you have to pay a separate fee if you have an iOS device that you want to put it on. You just can't buy it once and have it on both of those. So basically, whatever you buy it for, you got to have to do your own brand new subscription, regardless of what you're doing. Now, the news that I was talking about is that recently there's been like 2 different versions of the app. So you got your Android version and your iOS version. Just like with the PC version of PowerDirector, you got your Windows version and you got your Mac version, right? So right now, the Windows version has been out for years. So they've been cranking out stuff on Windows, doing all the updates, new features, stuff like that. The Mac version of PowerDirector is far behind the Windows version. If you have the Mac version, you will know that there's all types of features that are not on the Mac version, but they are on the Windows version. Well, recently, it seems like Cyberlink has taken a different stance where the app is concerned. So where the app is concerned, they started off with Android and everything was just mainly Android stuff. And then they moved to the iOS version. For some reason, I don't know if it's the iOS platform, if it's the different capabilities or whatever, but all of the updates that they've had for features over the last 3 updates have only been on iOS devices. So they added, just like with the PC version, they added, or with the Mac version, they added speech to text. And they only added it on iOS. They didn't add that to Android. Then they went and they added motion tracking for the tablet and for the phone. They only added that to iOS and they didn't add that to Android either. Then recently, as recently as a week ago or a week and a half, they added new body effects and a cutout feature where you could remove the background from any video. Like any video, okay? Like if I had a video of me right now moving like this, I could cut myself out and remove all this background from me. Like that on the iOS version of the tablet. That does not exist on the Android version of the tablet, and that feature isn't even on the Windows version for PC yet. So recently, there's been a lot of groaning and moaning about, hey, what's up with all of these? And I only see this like on my other channel, my channel for the mobile apps, right? For PowerDirector Mobile. So on that channel, there's been a lot of moaning and groaning about what's the deal with all of the iOS features coming out and nothing coming out for Android. So that's like been a big kind of shank in the side to all of the loyal Android users who have been using the app since day one, because it wasn't even on iOS day one. It was just Android. So people are really mad about that, up in arms, trying to figure this stuff out. I've sent comments to Cyberlink asking them, because like I said, I don't work for Cyberlink. I can just ask questions just like y'all. And I've asked about it, like, what's the deal with the updates? And they said, we're bringing them to Android. And then I kind of asked, well, when are you bringing them to Android? And I didn't get an answer back. So that's the story. That's the news that I've heard recently surrounding PowerDirector. Not a lot of news on the PC side or the Mac side right now. But as those things come in, you know I'll be the dude that's bringing them to you. So that's the news, baby. So now that we're done with that, I'm going to see if there's any questions. This is a Q&A session. We got 50 more minutes, okay? You got me for 50. 50. After 50, I'm out. I got to go hang out with the wifey, okay? She's watching Ginny in Georgia without me, and I am missing episodes. So let's see what questions we got. All right, we got Guns and Noses in the building. Says thanks or hi from Australia. We got MB in the building. MB says hello from Ireland. What's happening, folks? And we got my man Phil Hatton. Phil, I love you, brother. Thank you for the support that you give me. He says, thanks, Malik. For those who haven't supported financially, think about how much you might pay for a really good class on video editing at your local college. Yeah, I'm not going to say that I'm like college quality or anything like that. I think I'm pretty good for what I do. I don't know what to compare me to, like the dude on the corner or the dude at the college. I don't know. But I appreciate the shout out. And I also would appreciate any type of support that you guys can give me. So as you guys might see, there's a t-shirt pinned in the comment section. If you go to the top of the comment section, there's a t-shirt on there. It's actually this t-shirt that I got on right now. You can't see it because of my camera situation, but it's a dope t-shirt. Believe me when I tell you. So if you want to go ahead and represent the PD peeps, go ahead and hook that up. Grab you one of those. So a bunch of other merchandise underneath the video. So if you're looking at the preview screen of the video, you'll see all type of goodness under there as well. And then at the end of the day, if you don't want any of that, you can always hit the $ at the bottom of the chat section. So you can hit me up with a super sticker, or you can hit me up with a super chat. Any support that you can give me is appreciated because it helps me continue to make videos for you. All right, let's see what else we got going on. All right. All right. Cowboy Steve-O says, when I get my new desktop built, will I be able to transfer my 365 over to the new computer? Yes. You definitely will be able to transfer the 365 over to the new computer. As a matter of fact, not only can you transfer it over, but basically you would just go download the application manager from the Cyberlink website. Then you go ahead and pull your programs onto there. You sign in, pull your programs in, and it'll be good to go. It'll show all the stuff that you got. You can start downloading all of the effects, whatever you need to do. You should be good. You should be golden, as a matter of fact. Now, you can also have your PowerDirector 365 on up to 2 machines at the same time. All right. So keep in mind, you can't use it on those 2 machines at the same time because there's a licensing issue there. And once you log in online, it's going to reach out and it can tell if you're already using a version of the license on 1 machine. You can have it on 2 machines. You can use it on 1 at a time. All right. All right, and we got a super chat from my man Paul Feiger. $20. Thank you so much, Paul. I appreciate you for always supporting me, man. It means the world to me. Thanks. All right. Ricky J Sports says, I just wanted to say that you have helped me so much and I appreciate all that you do. Thanks, Professor. You're welcome, Ricky. I appreciate you for stopping through at the live stream. And also, man, you guys always watching my tutorials on a regular basis. Because like I said, this is a members only comment section, baby. Members only. You know. So, I know that everybody I'm talking to supports me by watching my videos. You know what I'm saying? That all of you guys at some point or one point or another are checking out the new content on Saturdays, coming through to chill with me on the live streams, all of that. Thank you, guys. I appreciate all of you. Peter J. Milner says, I have and use both. I have a Galaxy Tab S8 Ultra and a second UPerfect OLED 15.156 monitor. Let me bring it back up for you guys. I use this setup on the road and either edit on the app or connect to a remote console editing suite. So correct me if I'm wrong, Peter, but Peter started off with the mobile version and he was knocking out things on that. And Peter is one of those kind of dudes that he's like very technical. And I think that, and this is my own perspective of the situation, he got a lot out of the app, and the app is powerful. It could do a lot. Don't get it twisted. The app is a powerful thing. Like I said, they just added speech to text, motion tracking. It's dope. The app is full. It's getting like I'm surprised about all the things that they add to it. But anyway, I think that Peter was ready to be like, hey, let's move up to the next thing. And so he moved up to the PC version, and now he's killing it on that too. So, you can do it. And he just gave a great use case of being able to, of having both of those, especially if you're mobile and you're moving around from place to place. You will want to go ahead and still edit on the mobile version and then go ahead and finish those things up when you get home, because you can go ahead and transfer the things from mobile to PC. So that's butter. All right. Peter J. Milner says, it sounds like Cyberlink's going after LumaFusion on iOS. Sounds that way. I mean, I'll put it this way. LumaFusion is far ahead when it comes to iOS. But PowerDirector can catch them. I think that they have the developers and the drive to do these things and step their game up. I think anybody who uses the app knows they're making leaps and bounds. It's crazy how much it can do now. So they might be coming out establish iOS, especially iPad, iOS and iPad editor, especially iPad. So it could be that they're coming after them. No, we'll see. Kristen Moonrise says, I have 365. Before, I could download more sound clips, pips, etc. that weren't on the 365 dashboard, and it took me to Cyberlink where more were available, but I don't see that anymore. I use Windows 11. So it seems to me that they changed probably the whole navigation of how you're getting the information, because really in the Cyberlink application manager, most of the things, it's all self-contained, right? So if you have 365, Kristen, and you're using the application manager, everything's going to be right there in that space. But you can always manually go to Cyberlink, the website, and go ahead and download things if you want to. I haven't really experienced a time where the things were not in the application manager, but if you are looking for additional things on your own, then it probably would be in your best interest to just go ahead and go to the Cyberlink website on your own. So let's see what we got here. All right. So if you go to Cyberlink, so I'm just going to go back to the main page here. You can go to products. You can go to downloads. It's really up to you. If you go to products, then over here on the side, you're going to find video editing and plugins. If you click on that, you'll see the different versions. You'll see the different programs here. Then you see plugins and effects. Click on learn more. Then it'll take you here. It says recent plugins, blah, blah, blah. Then you can click on more effects for PowerDirector. And then you get this whole page here. You get style and effects, all styles, LUTs, presets, creative design packs. Everything is here. Like, you can go here and grab all of this stuff for PowerDirector. Pretty simple. So if you're not seeing something in there, you can come here and just go directly to the website on your own, and you get all the options that you probably were used to seeing. All right. Cowboy C was like freshman level course. You know, video editing 101, baby. And Peter J. Milner says, don't forget the merch and digital assets on the PDU website. Yep. Don't you ever forget those. Dang it. Let me pull those up for you. If I can get these up. That's what she said. All right, so I do have a website. Got to fix that, obviously. So we got products, and then we got digital products here. You go there, all type of goodness you can get. If you want some LUTs, I got LUTs. You want some thumbnails, I got them. If you want transitions for your videos for PowerDirector, I got those too. So, hey, feel free to come here and check it out. PowerDirectorUniversity.com/digital-products. Check it out. All right. Oh, look who we got here. Word to the Knot is in the building, and he says hello. What's going on? This is my fellow San Antoniite. I don't even know if that's a word, but I'm going to make it. San Antoniite in the building. Word to the Knot does great reviews on his channel, telling you whether things are worth it or whether they're freaking not. So if you got time, go check his stuff out, man. He's a genius of reviews. All right. Wait a minute. We got some look, we got the international flavor. Cyber editing. Hi there, watching from Taiwan. That's what I like. Look, I need some more international flavor in my life. I need Taiwan. I need South Korea. I need Japan. I need everybody coming through, okay? I already got my peeps over in the UK. I already got my Australian peeps. I already got like my French peeps. So, you know, I need everybody coming through. Everybody come through. Show me some love. Say what's up. Ask me questions, and I shall answer them. All right. My man Neil says, I had bought PD17 Ultra and had it on my old computer before it died on me and at the end of 2021. I wouldn't mind having it again. I'm using PD20 Ultimate. Let me bring that back up so I get the end of that. On this year-old computer now. So, Neil, I know you are a very opinionated individual, so tell us a little bit about what you like about 17 more than what you like about 20. Like, what are some of the things that are missing from 20, or what are some of the things that make you lean towards 17 over 20? Hit me up. I'm pretty interested in that. All right, Facts and the Uncontrollable Truth with Bernard S. says, this, brother, is the truth. Thanks for all your help through the years. You're welcome, Bernard. Glad to be able to help you out, my man. Hey, look, I like how you said it. Like this with a period. I like that. I like it. Okay. Cowboy Steve says, Android app will be too small a screen for me. LOL. I'm spoiled with my monitors. Now, don't get it twisted, my friend. I love my monitor as well. I mean, I it is a beautiful thing. It is a thing to behold. But at the same time, when I'm in a pinch, I'm on the go. I need to get some stuff done. That tiny screen, I can get it worked out, and then I can send it back to my PC later on. That's very convenient for me. And as an editor, this, that saves you time. Like if I'm sitting in a hotel room and I ain't doing nothing but watching freaking, I don't know, Jeopardy, I could be editing right now and then saving that time later when I get home. I'm all about that. I mean, that's just me though. Steve Williams says, hi, Malik. Is there a way to export a video so that the background is transparent? Not with PowerDirector, unfortunately. So, most programs that produce or export videos with a transparent background do that using a .mov file, like either an image sequence or some other type PNG transparency, whatever, right? Animation, it's a different codec that they have, but PowerDirector does not have the capability to export to that codec. So because of that, it cannot create a video with a transparent background. Right now, I know that, and so there might be someone on the chat that's more experienced with this than me, but I'm going to give you my understanding. Windows doesn't even really support like .mov anymore. It used to, but it doesn't now. You can get PowerDirector to import MOV files if you have like QuickTime Lite or some other type of codec, some other type of program that can handle that codec on your machine. Then you can get certain MOV files into PowerDirector. Like you can bring in MOV files with transparency. They can be imported into the program, but the program cannot export them. So. Yeah, saw that. So Peter J. Milner says DaVinci Resolve has also launched on iOS. So there is more competition. Inevitably, Cyberlink are fighting their corner on iOS as the new hot platform. I was excited to know that DaVinci Resolve was busting out on iOS. Now, once again, I know that they are on iPad Pros with an M1 or M2 processor. I know that for certain. I don't know about on the phones for iOS, but if you have the iPad with the M1 or M2 processor, then you can do DaVinci Resolve all out. Like all of the features, everything. I have a iPad that does not have, it's an iPad Pro, but it doesn't have an M1 processor. And when I installed the DaVinci Resolve app, it went on to the machine, but then it gave me a message saying I'm not going to have full functionality because I don't have an M1 or an M2 processor on it. So to your point, Peter, a lot of different software developers who create video editing apps are jumping into this space because there's a whole bunch of reasons to me. So first reason to me is that there is a lot of competition on social media for creating content with your phone. That is blowing up. You got TikTok, you got shorts on YouTube, you got all kind of stuff. And I know I got a whole bunch of people on here, like my man Neil is going to say, I hate vertical video and I hate TikTok and I hate shorts and I hate everything. That's fine. You have your right to hate everything. It's still going to happen, right? Our parents told us, get off that computer. What are you doing on that damn computer box? And you need to go outside and play. Stop being on. And now look at what we all doing. We all on computers, right? And it's just going to continue. That's how we evolve as a species, right? We change. We don't stay stagnant. Things change. You just got to deal with it. And that change of video being on the vertical devices and people having this in their hands all the time to go ahead and record stuff, this is driving the development of editing on these tools, right? So it's going to blow up. Before you know it, it's going to be blowing up. It's going to keep blowing up. I've seen videos of people who made like movies with their phones, bro. And they're dope and they look beautiful. You can do these things now. It's like you just gotta go with the flow. I at least I do, right? If I want to stay relevant, I gotta go with the flow. Y'all don't have to, because if you are making things, you can just do whatever you want to do within that space, whatever you're comfortable with. I've always told you guys this. Do what works for you. Don't upgrade to no new version just because it's new. Don't buy stuff just because you can, right? Do the things that you want to do, or don't do things because you don't have to. I'm always going to preach that. But for me, in order for me to stay educated on the topics and help people and help a wide range of people, I need to embrace all the new technology that comes out, because if I don't, it's going to pass me by and I'll be left in the dark, okay? And I ain't trying to be blind. All right. Let's see. You guys have been jumping way ahead now. Phil Hatton said, I got a green screen for Christmas. Now I need ideas for what to do with it other than looking like my workshop is on the beach. So, Phil, I have been working and planning a green screen tutorial, and it's going to be more like some of the videos that I do from time to time. Like I have a video called 6 editing cuts and 8 advanced tips to do this and what not to do on YouTube and blah, blah, blah. So it's going to be more like that. So not only is it going to take you into PowerDirector software, but it's also going to show you about setting up your green screen, tools that you can use to get the best key, things like that. So that's going to be coming up in the near future. And after that, I plan on doing more green screen videos, more tricks and things like that to get you to see the benefits of using a green screen for those people who have a green screen. So there'll be some things coming up in this year that should help you out, Phil. Cyber Editing says, export rendering speed with the app on my S22 Ultra was way faster than an old notebook. But like other users here, I really need massive monitors for precision. Yeah, so those are other things. Like, it's crazy. Like, you draw me back into this video editing and creation on the phone versus the PC. And I'm PC and phone. I'm both. I'm like, me and Peter J. Milner are all on both. It depends on the experience that you create for yourself based on the tools that you have too. Some of that has to come into play, especially when you're using different devices. So if you got a notebook, it might be an older notebook, processor, RAM, video card, things like that might not be up to snuff. But if you got a newer phone, that bad boy is gonna have a powerful processor built into it, and it's gonna be cranking out stuff like crazy. And you're gonna be like, man, why is my phone faster than my computer? I mean, it's really, that's one thing about video editing that a lot of people don't understand. They try to jump right into doing it with whatever machine they have or device they have without really looking at the specs and trying to create the best experience by having the best specs on their device. That will drive your experience when you're editing. So a lot of people don't go there, and they don't even like know why things are happening, and they kind of blame the program a lot for stuff like that. Yeah. All right, buddy. I'll be waiting. Okay, LW said, what about the Detroit peeps? What's up, D-Town? What's up, Detroit? Hey, at last live stream, I talked about my friend who moved to Detroit and brought some of her friends back. They visited. We had a great time. So Detroit gets mad love from me. So appreciate you for stopping through. Cowboy Steve says, well, I do shoot with my phone a lot. Yeah, like I shoot with my phone from time to time. And like, I think it's based on where I am. If I'm at home and I shot something with my phone, I'm more likely to just take like, I got this little SanDisk joint here, and you see like it has a lightning port on one side and a USB on the other. And if I shoot something on this bad boy, I'm more likely, if I'm at home, to just pop this in, boom, go to the app, grab the video, and pop this into my PC and start editing on my PC. But if I'm on the go and I'm out, then I'll just start editing right there on my phone. I mean, it's really about where I am when I do my shooting. So, yeah, Steve tried to sneak in on us, Cowboy Steve-O. He says, at Cowboy Steve-O, howdy to you too. Tried to sneak in on us, that son of a, that damn Steve. Damn Steve's everywhere. Aha. So, Neil says, PD17 gave me a lot, not one, but 3 chroma key adjustments. PD20 gives me the same. There aren't any disadvantages to 20, but let's see. But I just like to have PD17 since I paid for it, but didn't get to use it much. Yeah, that was a big one, man. When they changed the different parameters for chroma key, that was a heartbreaker. And I still don't understand why they haven't gone back. Because I know they get comments about that. I know people have complained about that. I know that for sure. But it is what it is. That is one thing that I miss. Be truthful with you, because you could be a lot more precise with your keys with that, rather than adding a new key each time and trying to key out each piece. It just becomes frustrating. It is what it is. Yeah, Paul Feiger says lots of free stuff on Shutterstock is .mov, and yeah, that's great. They have a lot of .mov files on there, and like I said, those things can be imported into PowerDirector as long as you got the codec, the .mov codec on your machine, which you can get on your machine using things like QuickTime Lite. So it's real good. So Phil Haddon said, "Yeah, we're all carrying around computers that work really well with the vertical format, and we are built vertically." Yes, we are built vertically. That's a great point. Now, now that you bring up that point, I want to bring up an argument to it, because I've had this discussion with other people before. Like, as far as a phone is, like, when we're looking, like you said, it's built vertically. It's what we're used to. It's how we hold it. It's how we look at it. It's how we do things with it. But at the same time, our world is more horizontal. Like if we look out, we just don't see what's right in front of us. We see a wide view, right? Panoramic type view of the world in front of us. And so that's more natural of a view to me. And in my mind, I would rather have a horizontal view. Like I think there was a video that came out and it was talking about everything's gonna switch to 9 by 16. Nothing's gonna be 16 by 9. Our TVs are gonna be 9 by 16. Our movie theaters are gonna be 9 by 16. Our blah blah blah. And I said, dude, our natural viewing is horizontal. So that's my perspective on it. But I do agree that as far as usability, that vertical is a lot more. I guess it's a lot easier for people to utilize things that are in that vertical space. So it makes sense in that perspective. Cowboy Steve-O said, Glove and Boots did a hilarious video on vertical video syndrome. I gotta look that up, man. I gotta check that one out. Gusto the Gun said, technology is amazing. It is freaking amazing, ain't it? I mean, things that does, man. Things it does. Let's see here. Nothing but Kung Fu says TikTok is taking over. It's basically taking over already. It's crazy how TikTok just blew up in such a short amount of time. It did so well that YouTube copied it. YouTube wasn't worried about, like, when Instagram had Reels, things like that. YouTube wasn't worried about that. As soon as TikTok blew up with it, though, YouTube was like, maybe we should do that too. You know? So it's definitely blown up, man. Now, I know there's a lot of issues out there with it. The government and the state, they have a lot of issues with, I guess, what type of capabilities China has with going in and seeing information and things like that. But that's a whole nother conversation for another time. So I guess Peter shared a Facebook post that who says the PD app on Android has to be on a small screen. Let me see if I can pull that up here. So I guess either he's mirroring or he's using like one of the Android features that they have. What does it say? Got it on the ultra wide monitor. Just works, baby. Looks sweet on there too. Steve Williams says, I bought the PD19 version a while back, and it was always shown on my Cyberlink manager, although I haven't installed it. Recently, it now comes up with the message, renew subscription. Any ideas? Not sure. So when you use PD19, when you actually open it up and use it, you can still use it, right? It's not stopping you from using the program in any way, shape, or form, is it? It shouldn't be, because if you're saying you bought PowerDirector 19 as a standalone, you should be fine. I don't know if you have PowerDirector 19. I'm a little confused in why you decided to get the application manager, because you don't really need it. Because unless you have PowerDirector 365, you won't be able to get most of the add-ons and things because those are for 365 subscribers. So unless you know something I don't, Steve, I mean, I'm a little confused. I would think that you could still be able to open it and use it without having to worry about renewing a subscription because you don't have a subscription to renew if you just bought it outright. Cowboy Steve-O said the pandemic fueled the TikTok phenomenon. Bored people sitting at home day after day. Laugh out loud. Now, I agree with you. It probably did help it. But what's sustaining it, right? I'll put it to you this way. My best use case for that would be my own channel. So during the pandemic, I would say that my channel grew exponentially during that time, like faster than it probably ever grew at any time. To your point, there were more people at home watching stuff, trying to learn how to edit videos, yada, yada, yada. So my channel grew really, really fast. Then after the pandemic, things slowed down. Guess what? The growth of my channel slowed down, right? So I would say before the pandemic, it was probably here. And then the pandemic hit, probably went up here. And then the pandemic stopped and it probably went down here. So I'm lower than I was before the pandemic, pre-pandemic. So I would say, if I think about TikTok in that example, that I would say, yeah, you're right. TikTok did blow up partially because of the pandemic, but they're still blowing up. They haven't really come down. The pandemic's over and TikTok is still exploding. So that would be my only question is like, if they blew up because of the pandemic, how are they able to sustain the growth that they had when the pandemic was here? Because the pandemic is supposedly over for the most part, right? So that'd be my only question about it. Neil said, TikTok is run by the Chinese government. Be very careful with it. Be careful, people. Alan Harari, this dude, get the hell out of here. What the hell's happening here? Alan Harari, this is my man, 50 grand from my workplace. Says, what would your advice be for someone who is starting out making videos? Like top 3 things to do, not to do, other than watching your videos, of course. Well, my friend, yeah, that's a great question. So if you're just starting out making videos, I would probably say the first thing that you want to do is not watch like any tutorials or anything like that, but watch videos about, or watch movies, TV shows, but pay attention to other things outside of what they're talking about. Their spacing, the angles that they're shooting at, the camera movements, the lighting, things like that. Those are some of the things that most people who make videos or make movies or make TV shows, they notice those little things going on in the movie or the television show that nobody else is noticing, and they're taking notes of those things, or they're critiquing them. That's, unfortunately, I'll sit there and I'll critique crap. I should be watching a movie and having a good time, and I'm sitting there critiquing crap. But watch what others do in the type of field that you want to be in, the type of videos that you want to make. If you want to make videos about cooking, watch your favorite cooking channel and watch what they do. Don't worry about the ingredients or how they're stirring it. Watch how they're shooting it, right? Watch what they're saying when they're saying it. When they switch camera angles, how are they going about their production, right? The production is something that you want to start focusing on so that you can go ahead and create something that would make people want to come back and see your videos more. Another thing that I would do, one of the top 3 things that I would do is, depending on if you're going to have a talking head, you're going to be talking in the videos yourself, if you're going to be on screen if someone in your family is going to be on screen, is work with them on being in front of a camera. Even if it's just like your phone and you're recording them or whatever it is, they need to be used to talking to people, because it's different when they're on the video and you're doing your thing with your phone. They know, oh, Malik's going to see this, right? Rather than, oh, wow, I'm taping this for like millions of people have the potential to view this video. So get people used to being in front of the camera, speaking to the camera, speaking to each other in front of the camera, and being natural, depending on what type of video that you're going to do. And then the last thing that I would probably do is really try to invest in or save for what you want to have later. Because as you begin making videos, you can start off making videos with your phone or with whatever camera you have. But you want to start to invest early and save money, because as you get better and as you start to want to do more, you're going to want to start investing in your craft, right? I wouldn't say buy things up front, because what happens to some people is they start making videos, they start a channel, and they go out and they buy a bunch of stuff. 3 months later, they got buyer's remorse. They stop making videos. They got thousands of dollars worth of stuff. Make videos with what you got first. See what you can do. See if it's something you like, something that you even want to keep doing. Video making is a process, and it takes planning. Alan, I know you a planner, so I'm not really worried about that piece with you, because that's another thing. That would be number 4, would be plan. But I'm not going to go there because I know you're a planner already. But don't use money that you got right now for these things. Save money, or let the money that you make making videos, use that to buy things. I wouldn't invest your own money right now in buying devices, things like that. Use what you got. So hope that helps. Alan, all right, that's my work wife right there. That's my work wife. Oh my goodness, I can't believe that dude is in here, man. Get out of here, Harari. All right. All right, let's see what else we got here. Peter J. Milner says the PD mobile app is ideally suited to anyone getting into video editing, as it's a powerful yet a hell of a lot less daunting to come to terms with initially than the PC version. That I emphatically agree with. The app is so simple, the user interface. I mean, I make videos for it. I make tutorials for the app. And sometimes I'm like, man, this is so easy. Does anybody even need this? But some people do. But the app is really easy to use, man. Sanctioned One. The Sanctioned One. Just wanted to drop in and say hello. What's going on? Appreciate you for stopping through. Cowboy Steve says the pandemic was the catalyst. Yes, it was. It is self-sustaining now, as it fits the younger generation's lifestyle. Everybody wants to be a TikTok star. You're right. I don't even get it. Like, I don't know, man. Maybe I just don't understand like the monetization aspect of TikTok. Even like Reels and stuff like that. I'm like, people want to just get on there and do the latest dance. I guess it's fun, right? It's fun to do the latest dance or whatever. The little challenges and things like that. But are they doing it because it's fun, or are they doing it because, like you said, they want to become a TikTok star? I don't know. Peter said the first thing you do when you start out is get some sort of camera, any camera. Like I said, you can shoot with this. Like, get as much footage as you can. Yeah. I mean, I really implore you to watch and study other movies and things like that to see what they're doing. Try to emulate and copy those things as you start getting used to shooting with different angles and things like that. So, watch an old Batman episode and then shoot everything with a Dutch tilt, says Phil Haddon. The old Dutch tilt. All right, let's see. Yeah, shoot more footage than you think you need. That is always true. The magic of editing is splicing stuff together to make it look smooth, says Cowboy Steve-O. I always overshoot. Anybody who shot video for over probably a few months knows it's always better to have more footage than less footage. You always overshoot, man. Shaky Leg by Elvis Merle says, what is your favorite tutorial you've done? Which one did you finish and think, wow, I killed it on that one? Damn. I don't know, man. There's so many favorites that I have. It's kind of like, I like the Thor Mjolnir one. I like that one. I like the Indiana Jones map animation. Man, I don't know. I like the Zach King tutorial that I did. I don't know, man. There's a whole bunch of them out there that I could choose from. They all my babies. They all my babies, and it's hard for me to choose one of my babies. I just love all my babies. Let's see. LW said, perhaps you can give us assignments, projects to do with PD. We turn them in and critique and or give assistance and ask questions. Huh. That's a pretty good idea. I think I'll put that one into the old back burner and see what I can do with that. If I do that, then of course I'll have to plan out like what types of projects I want you guys to do, and that would take time. But I like these suggestions, so thanks for bringing that to my attention, LW. That's a great idea. Peter says, my favorite is the hour-long complete workflow video. Yeah, see, it's funny, like, some people like just to straight up, hey, here's how you do this, here's how you do that. So it's an hour long, and it really hits you from start to finish about how to make a video. Goes really in depth. So some people like those. Some people like the tricks, the effects. Me, I love them all. Like I said, they all my babies. Cowboy Steve-O is forcing me to mention the Discord channel, so I shall do so before I feel the wrath of Cowboy Steve-O. I don't want to go down that path, baby. So I did mention it, but I guess I'll bring it up on the screen. Right. Discord channel. Don't forget, people. Don't you dare forget a Cowboy Steve-O. It's going to track you down. It's going to wrangle up some Discord users, Discord members here. So don't forget, we got the PowerDirector University Discord just for all of my PowerDirector peeps out there. All you PowerDirector users, if you want to go ahead and jump on to the Discord, I will go ahead and drop a quick little, let me see here. Let me make a little invite real quick. I will drop this into the chat, so you guys can go ahead and join the Discord channel. So if you have Discord, you want to go ahead and have great conversations with other PowerDirector users out there, get help with things, jump on the Discord, all right? It's a great spot to go. Another great spot, I think we already saw it a minute ago, PowerDirector users on Facebook. This Facebook group, it's got closing in on 9,000 users. So if you use PowerDirector and you have Facebook, and you want to be part of a community of editors, filmmakers, video makers, YouTubers, whatever, that use PowerDirector, this is the spot that you want to go to. All right. So got all kind of great stuff on here. Here's Peter's post. You got some stuff in the featured area. You can leave comments, get help with stuff. Just keep in mind, If you are going to post a video on here like this, don't use linked videos because I will take it down in a heartbeat. This is not a place for you to promote your YouTube linked videos and stuff like that. It's a place to get help on things. Of course, this person is having an issue with digitizing some analog video. So it's okay for them to post what's happening, right, with that video. And they didn't post a link. They also posted it to Facebook. So I don't care if you post a Facebook video on here and do that all day. But this is a great spot. A lot of PowerDirector users. Like I said, almost 9,000 on here and growing strong. So, you know, I'm always in here every day welcoming all the new people in here and stuff like that. So another great community for you guys to join. So that, you got Discord. It's all gravy. So if I go in here to the Discord, like there's all different categories here, different conversations and things that you can get into. I don't want to make you guys think it was just a blank space because it's not as active yet. So hopefully we get it, more people we get in here, the more active the Discord will be as well. So it's that. All right, LW. Thank you for joining the Discord, my friend. Appreciate that. Garza Productions Video and Photography says, hello, we enjoy all your videos. Been using PowerDirector 365 for about a year and a half. We have learned a lot from your videos lately. Been having issues. Keep up with the good work from Tyler, Texas. Thank you, Garza Productions Video and Photography. Cowboy Steve-O's got to stay off of Facebook because it's a time killer. You know, I almost half-heartedly agree with that. Facebook is crazy, bro. All right. All right. Sanction 1 said, do you know how to edit sync dancing videos? I'm not sure what sync dancing videos are, but I'm pretty sure if I saw one, I could figure out how to editing it and I could probably edit it, but I've never seen one. I don't know what those are. Phil Friction says, hey bro, what's the name of the Facebook page? So the users, so the Facebook page, so there's two different things here. Let's make sure we're on the right page here. So I have a Facebook page, and the Facebook page is PowerDirector University. All right. So this is my page where I post things like I'll post memes on here. I'll post different polls on here. I'll post tutorials that I make on here. This is the page where I post stuff like for PowerDirector, and people can comment on my post. They can't post anything on this page though. All they can do is comment on my post, right? So this is my page. This page is PowerDirector University. If you're not on it, join it. All right. If you want to get any updates from me, any information that I'm sharing about stuff, this is where I share information, things like that. The page is PowerDirector University. Now, there is a users group. So if you look up groups on Facebook, the group is called PowerDirector Users. And you can see it's a group by me, by PowerDirector University. But the name of the group is PowerDirector Users. So if you try to join this group, me or one of the moderators will go ahead and give you permission to join. You can jump in, things like that. So I was going to make Peter a moderator on this because he's not one on this, but I'll have to do that later. I can't do that. All right. So PowerDirector users is the group. PowerDirector University is the page. There you go. All right. So Shaky Leg by Elvis Merle says, any first impressions with the loop deck? I would love to speed up the editing process with some new gear. So I think the answer that I'm going to give you on this one, Elvis Merle, is the same as the last time I talked about it. Still learning it. So it's going to take some time for me to get used to it, to be truthful with you. Two reasons why. I've been using PowerDirector forever with keyboard and mouse. So it's going to take some new muscle memory for me to go over to the loop deck and use that rather than using my keyboard. Because you still use your mouse with it from time to time. There's still some things you got to click on. But I have to get used to using the loop deck versus the keyboard. So it's not hard, but it's going to take some time. First of all, getting used to using it and getting used to remembering where all of the shortcut keys are on the loop deck, like what page it's on, things like that, what section it's under. Is it under the edit tab or is it under the profile? So there's different things that I'll have to remember and get used to as I use it. So first impressions are, I like it, but I still got a lot to learn. Kentucky Ranger says late night stream. Cool. Well, I'm almost done because, as Phil Hatton said, Mrs. Whitaker is already on the next episode of Ginny in Georgia. So I'm about to get out of here. Roller Coaster B at Hershey Park? At Hershey Park. That is funny. So Roller Coaster B at Hershey Park says, I've been using PowerDirector 365 on PC since 2018. Hey. Appreciate you. Kentucky Ranger said, dumb question. What is a loop deck? That's not a dumb question, sir. This is a loop deck CT, the one that I have the cursor over. Oh, let me bring this on the screen. Thank you. This is a loop deck CT, the one where I had a picture of my son when he was a small child. This is a loop deck CT. This is a loop deck live, or Lupe deck or loopy deck, whatever they call it. I don't know how to pronounce it yet. I'll learn it eventually. But right now I just call it loop deck. But this is what they are. And basically they're interface devices for you to be able to have shortcuts that you can do things, kind of like an Elgato Stream Deck. You can use it to do shortcuts and other actions quicker, open up applications, do certain actions, things like that. All right. So this is the last question. I got to get out of here after this one. Austin Boyle says, do you love... Oh, sorry. Not do you love. I just got whole switched up on me. All right. Let me just start over again. Do you do tutorials for Photo Director and Audio Director or Color Director? I've learned a lot from your PowerDirector vids. Thank you. So, Austin, I have done some from time to time, but I don't usually do a tutorial for Audio Director or Color Director. I've done a few, but not a lot. Photo Director, if you want to see anything on Photo Director, I recommend you go check out Word Girl if you haven't seen her on YouTube. Let me see if I can find her on here real quick. Here she is. So Word Girl does a bunch of Photo Director tutorials. So if you go to the videos tab, you'll see She got a bunch of tutorials on here, but like I said last time I talked about her, for some reason she stopped making videos. It looks like she was making videos for about 5-6 years, and then 11 months ago was her last tutorial. And I can see like some people might get frustrated because look, the number of views that she was getting like over a year or 2 years old or whatever. And people ask me all the time about PhotoDirector, and I'm like, go check out Word Girl. Like, she's got like a bunch of content showing you how to do all kind of stuff. But for some reason, her channel didn't really take off, and here we are 11 months since her last video, which is kind of sad, but it is what it is. So this is Word Girl's channel. Sorry I was not sharing that with you guys. Go to the videos tab. You'll see all of this great content that she has. All of this PhotoDirector, all of this stuff. Like I said, 6 years she was putting in work, making tutorials, and then like you can see her last tutorials were about 11 months ago, and nothing since then. So wishing her all the best, hoping that she comes back to continue to make these tutorials. And if you guys use PhotoDirector, man, just subscribe to her. I mean, maybe she'll see an uptick in the subscribers, and then maybe she'll come back to doing videos. But I mean, great content, man. Great content. All right. That is the end of the live stream, my friends. So I'm going to end off by saying a few quick things, hopefully. We can go ahead and wrap this up in a timely fashion. First off, thank you guys for joining me. Thank you guys for coming and hanging out with me every Wednesday at 8. I will be here 8 o'clock Central Standard Time, United States time. So that is every Wednesday, 8 p.m. Central U.S. time. Now, thank you for supporting me by watching my tutorials, by coming in here and checking me out on my live stream. If you can, please support me through super chats, through super stickers. If you click on that little $ at the bottom of the chat section, if you can afford to, please support the channel so I can continue making tutorials, doing live streams, and helping you guys out with your videos. Also, if you want to get some products, some merch, I got a lot of merch underneath the video. Click on any of those and it'll take you to my merch store. As Peter said, I also have LUTs. I got transitions. I got thumbnails, all those things on my website, PowerDirectorUniversity.com. And those are the best ways to support me and help me continue to work for you. So thank you guys for joining me for the live stream.